Now I'm going to assume this carburetor was probably okay because it was just too much two-stroke in it, but at least you know now how to go through the general procedure to clean a carb in case it's all clogged up. If you've lost count of how many turns you've got these screws out, well, the general rule of thumb is any engine will run with the screws turned 2 turns out to 2.5 turns out. Once you get it running, then you do your final adjustments from then. Very often it ends up around 1.5 turns out for each screw, but that's not always true. Now when you get everything reassembled and you want to get your carburetor primed, you have two choices. You can dump a little bit of gas in there, like I said, a half a teaspoon, and keep starting and having it run till it dies. And that will use its own fuel pump to prime itself. Or you can sit here and, depending on how well that thing works, pump it as many times as you want till you see fuel inside of here and fuel going back down the return line. There's no limit to how many times you can pump it. This does not prime the carburetor like on a lawnmower. It squirts no fuel in. All it does is suck liquid fuel up to fill the carburetor, and that's it. So here goes a speck of gas that I'm just storing in a pop bottle. Two-stroke. That's enough. Squeeze the throttle to make sure it goes into the engine, and now it's ready to start. Sweet. That one I already had pre-primed the primer button on top, so that's why it kept running after I did that. But if it doesn't keep running the first time, keep adding some more till it does keep running. Air cleaner's back on. Now we're all done now. The only other problems you'll encounter with these weed eaters is, of course, screwed up recoil starts, but that's another story. Blown out gaskets at the back here where the crankcase mount plate is, or blown out engine crankshaft seals in behind the flywheel. When those are blown out, your engine absolutely will not start, even if it has lots of compression. Sometimes it'll just fire and pop and confuse you and make you more frustrated.